In the era of economic recession, unemployment is a nightmare that is difficult to face for those who are middle-aged and the breadwinner of the family. On a sunny afternoon, Li Ming received the heaviest blow in his life. He was fired. Li Ming is a senior software engineer who has worked in the same company for nearly 10 years. He works hard and has outstanding performance, and has always been a key employee in the company. However, due to the general environment and the company's poor management, he was forced to lay off employees, and Li Ming was not immune. The news of unemployment was like a bolt from the blue, instantly shattering Li Ming's peaceful life. He felt at a loss and didn't know where to go in the future. In the first few days, he was unwilling to tell his beloved wife such bad news. He still went out at the usual pace of going to work every day, but he could only find a coffee shop or fast food restaurant to waste time. He was in great pain and didn't know how to deal with his young children, his wife who devoted herself to taking care of the family, and his elderly parents. Within a few days, his attentive wife discovered something unusual about him and learned the cruel fact of unemployment. The wife did not complain at all, and tried to find ways to cook delicious food every day, or tell some happy things to distract him, and worked hard to release Li Ming's inner pressure. But facing the cruel reality and the burden of life, Li Ming fell into deep depression and despair. He began to doubt his abilities and lost confidence in the future. He shut himself up at home every day and cried all day long. He stopped contacting friends and didn't answer anyone's calls. He also became extremely sensitive inside. As long as he accidentally mentioned the pressure of work or life, he would be inexplicably depressed or furious. At that time, he was like a powder keg, and people around him did not dare to approach him easily. Li Ming seemed to be isolated from the world. Li Ming's wife felt very distressed when she saw him in such pain. She tried to enlighten him and encourage him, but to no avail. Faced with the monthly mortgage payment and daily expenses, my wife, who was originally a full-time caregiver, immediately started sending her resume everywhere to look for a job. His wife's lack of regrets and complaints only aggravated Li Ming's guilt and made him hate his incompetence even more. Soon, he lost a lot of weight and was in a state of irritability and depression, making it difficult to sleep all night long. One day, Li Ming's wife took him to a church event. During the event, Li Ming listened to the pastor's sermon and was deeply touched. The pastor said, "God will not abandon anyone who loves him. Even in the most difficult times, we must maintain faith and hope. Because God will love us like His own children, and He will help us overcome difficulties and move toward peace and joy." The pastor's words shined into Li Ming's heart like sunshine, dispelling the gloom in his heart. He began to rethink his life and slowly emerged from the quagmire of despair. Li Ming decided to cheer up and start looking for a job again. He updated his resume and sent out numerous cover letters every day. He also attended some vocational training courses to improve his skills. The process of finding a job was not smooth. Li Ming experienced countless setbacks and failures. But he didn't give up because he knew that as long as he persisted, he would definitely find a job that suited him. When he first lost his job, he cut off contact with most of his relatives and friends, fearing that everyone would laugh at him or pity him. Now he is no longer afraid of other people's sympathy or jokes, and seeks help from others. After letting go, Li Ming realizes that friends, family or church are not only emotional support, but also valuable resources. They can provide valuable support and encouragement. Finally, hard work paid off and Li Ming found a new job. Although this job is not as good as before and the income is not as high as before, he is still grateful. After this experience, Li Ming became stronger and more optimistic. He cherishes his current life more and believes more in God's love and power. From Li Ming's experience, we can see that unemployment does not mean that a person's value is reduced. Everyone is a person with unlimited potential, and even immediate difficulties cannot change this. In fact, unemployment is also an opportunity to re-examine life, career, and goals. When you are young, once you join the job, you will continue to move forward according to the established track every day. It is difficult to have the opportunity to really stop, think, and plan your life. So, while losing a job can be a challenge, it can also be an opportunity to reassess your values and goals. Consider exploring a new career direction, learning a new skill, or pursuing a career you are truly passionate about. So, every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Of course, being unemployed can bring with it many negative emotions, such as anxiety, depression, and self-doubt. At this time, it is really important to learn to establish a positive dialogue with yourself and tell yourself that I will be able to overcome difficulties. We can try relaxing activities such as prayer, exercise, or art creation to relieve stress and lift our mood. In addition, when you feel frustrated or helpless, do not hesitate to seek help. Talk to friends, family, or brothers and sisters in Christ, and share your inner feelings and confusion. Their support and understanding will bring more strength and courage. When a heavy blow like unemployment comes, we will fall into a helpless panic and lose hope in our hearts. The most fundamental reliance and hope in a person's life comes from God. Prestige, wealth, and connections can all be lost, so relying on these will actually make people feel unsteady deep in their hearts. Only relying on God can achieve the deepest feeling in a person's soul. You will experience peace and hope that can never be taken away.
Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10.